Hello students, let's see file organization in DBMS. Basically, file organization is a logical relationship among various records. This method defines how file records are mapped onto disk blocks. It means of identification and access to any required data. It is used to describe the way in which the records are stored in terms of block and the blocks are placed on the storage medium. The objective of file organization is storing the files in certain order. We have different types of file organization. The first one is sequential file organization. The second one is heap file organization. The third we have cluster file organization. Finally, the hash file organization. First we will see sequential file organization. In this method, files are stored one after another in a sequential manner. In this sequential, two different methods are implemented. The first method is pipe file method. So in this pipe file method, the records are stored in a sequential manner. Suppose I want to insert a record R4. So that R4 records gets placed at the end of the record. So the final output is R1, R3, R5 and R4. The second method is sorted file method. In this method, the new record is always inserted at the file end. Then it will be sort the sequence. Suppose I want to insert a record R2. So that R2 record is inserted at the end of the file. Then it will be sorted in ascending or descending order. Sorting of record is based on a primary key or any other key. In case of modification of any record, then it will be update the record and then sort the file, and lastly the updated record is placed in the right place. So the final output is R1, R2, R3, R7 and R8. The second type is heap file organization. So it is the simplest and the most basic type of organization. It works with data blocks actually. In heap file organization, the records are inserted at the files end. When the records are inserted, it does not require the sorting and ordering of records. When the data block is full, the new record is stored in some other block. This new data block need not to be the very next data block actually, but it can select any data block in the memory to store the new records. The heap file is also known as an unordered file. In the file, every record has a unique ID and every page in a file is same size. It is the responsibility to store and managing the new records. The third method is cluster file organization. So in this, two or more records are stored in the same file. That is known as clusters. These files will have two or more tables in the same data block, and the key attributes which are used to map these tables together are stored only once. This method reduces the cost of searching for various records in different files. The cluster file organization is used when there is a frequent need for joining the table with the same condition. This joins will give only a few records from both tables. In the given example, we are retrieving the record for only a particular department. This method cannot be used to retrieve the record for the entire department. But this method we can easily insert, update or delete any record. So data is stored based on the key with which searching is done. Cluster key is a type of key with which joining of the table is performed. The last type is hash file organization. So in this hash file organization, the hash function is used to calculate the address of a record. It uses the value of an attribute or set of attribute as an input. It gives the location where the record can be stored.